Hey, everybody. Welcome to a very special edition of CAF's Heroes of Sport. My name is Bob Babbitt, co-founder of Challenged Athletes Foundation. We get to meet some of the world's greatest challenged athletes. And this week is special because we are welcoming Dominic Ozeta to Heroes of Sport. And Dominic, I love your backstory, my man. So you lost your left arm. How did that affect you growing up?
Growing up, it was just, I didn't really understand it growing up. And that with my parents helped a lot with like me understanding it and just like teaching me how to like live with it and like get around challenges, not like come up with excuses.
And soccer was always your sport, right?
Correct. I started soccer when I was training for soccer when I was 4.
Very cool. Well, I have a gentleman who started playing soccer when he was 5 and only went on to become America's greatest soccer player in history. Mr. Landon Donovan is going to join us for a little conversation. Landon, are you there? Look at that guy, Landon Donovan, coming in the chat. And you know what's funny? Landon, such a treat to have you on.
Hi guys, how are you? Dominic, how are you, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good. We wanted to take a quick moment to maybe give you a little surprise today. Are you up for that?
Yes, I am.
All right. So I've known Laura quite a long time, who's on the call. I've worked with Challenge Athletes Foundation for a while. I was told that you're hoping to make the varsity team as a freshman. Is that true?
Yes, that is true.
So the Challenged Athlete Foundation wants to give you a grant for $1,500 to help you with training to help you achieve your goal. How does that sound?
Wow. That's amazing. That's going to help like a lot with training and covering league fees.
Well, I was married before, and my ex-wife's brother was in a bad accident and had both his legs amputated. And so we spent a lot of time working with the Challenge Athletes Foundation, and they do amazing work. And we're really happy. I'm happy on behalf of them to help you achieve your dreams. So
yeah,
congrats,
I could.
man.
Thank you. Like I couldn't be more thankful that it's gonna help a lot.
Hey, so Landon, what's fascinating is Dominic's out in Riverside, and you're an Inland Empire kid yourself, right?
I am. I grew up in Redlands. So what high school are you going to, Dominic?
I go to Notre Dame High School in Riverside.
Yep. I was going to ask based on your shirt.
Yeah. Go Titans.
There you go. Yeah. So I grew up in Redlands, went to high school at Redlands East Valley. So we have a little connection there.
Well, and I think Dominic started playing soccer like at 4 or 5 years old, sort of like you did, Landon.
Yep, that's right.
I was just training at 4, and then I started playing when I was 6.
Okay. And what did you play? AYSO, club?
I did AYSO for 2 seasons, and then I went over to then I started club and up until now.
Very cool. And what club team?
BYSC. They're now
Awesome.
future of Corona.
Awesome. That's exciting, man.
Yeah, it is. They're very good club, good teammates, good coaching.
So Dominic, you got to play a game this week, and how'd you do?
We did good. We won 2-1, and it was a tough game.
And who scored the winning goal?
I did.
Oh, you're trying to be humble.
Yeah, it was my first high school game and my first high school goal.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Wait, so you were playing, why were you, did they move the high school season to later because of COVID?
Yeah, no, they delayed it a bit.
Okay. Because so you're a freshman now?
Yes, I'm a freshman.
Got it. And you guys, who did you play against?
Played against Western Christian.
Okay. That's awesome. And are you guys in your season yet or no? Like in the league or no?
Our first season game is, I think it's April 1st.
Okay. And give me some of the teams you guys play against in your conference?
We play against Hillcrest, Heritage, Western Christian, Woodcrest, and that's all the ones I know off the top of my head.
Awesome. Oh, that's awesome, man.
So Landon, when you were pretty much you and the group of athletes you were with sort of brought American soccer to a level it hadn't been in a long time. Talk a little bit about just your deciding to go right from high school to basically being a pro, right? You didn't play college.
Yeah, yes, and it's different for you now, Dominic. You've grown up with Major League Soccer and other pro leagues in America. When I was growing up, Major League Soccer didn't exist. So my mom is a teacher. She really, really wanted me to get a scholarship to go to college. That was her dream, and that was my dream. We couldn't afford college, so she wanted the opportunity to not have to pay for me to go to college, and I wanted to provide that for her. So when the opportunity to become a professional came up, that was a little bit different and not something I was expecting. But in the end, my mom said, you can do it as long as they cover your college tuition. Basically, they provide enough money to give you what you would have gotten in college. And so I was fortunate that a club was willing to do that. And then at 17, what are you, 15, 14?
I'm 14. I turned 15 in July.
Okay, so just a couple years older than you, I went over to Germany to start playing there.
Oh wow, Germany. Was it an academy team or just a club team?
No, so it was the professional team. It's called Bayer Leverkusen, and then they have the professional team. Below that, they have their reserve team. It's like the next level. Below that, they had an under 18 team and then an under 16 team. So over the course of the next 2 years, I started with the under 16 team, worked my way up to the under 18 team, to the reserve team. And then eventually I trained with the first team, the pro team. I didn't play for them, but I was able to train with them before coming back to America to play in the States.
That's
Landon,
crazy
that
at
first.
17.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dominic. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that that's crazy at 17 you got to play professionally.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
it was eye-opening for
So
sure.
Donovan, talk a little about 2002 FIFA World Cup. I mean, there wasn't a lot of expectations for the U.S. team that year, right?
No, there wasn't. And the reason why is because in the 98 World Cup, the previous World Cup, the US team had finished dead last in the tournament. So the expectation level was very, very small. Again, not many people were paying attention to soccer in this country at that time. So
No.
we went to South Korea and ended up making it all the way to the quarterfinals, which was a pretty remarkable feat. No US team has done that in the modern edition of the World Cup. So something we're very proud of.
Well, nobody done that since like 1930.
That's right. And at that time, I think there were only like 8 teams in the tournament at that time.
Yeah.
So
And when I just one of the goals that sticks out the most for me, 2010 in South Africa, you guys are playing, I think, Algeria, 91st minute, and you end up, it was a scoreless game, and you end up scoring that goal that took the team to the next round.
yeah, we were the way the World Cup works. I think Dominic, is you play the 3 other teams in your group, and the top 2 teams advance to the next round. And we had to win the game, our last game against Algeria, to advance.
That was to advance to the round of 16, right?
That's right. And it was a really back and forth, interesting match. And then in the last minute, we were able to score, which ended up pushing us to the next round. So that was a pretty cool moment.
Dominic, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve in soccer down the line?
Right now, my immediate goal is to get to the next level, play college.
Okay. And
That's
how
awesome.
important has CAF been in terms of this grant for you?
Well, they've helped a lot. They've helped with training, which has improved me technically and my just agility and running abilities for having training, and then just like league fees to play for my club team. And yeah, it's helped me grow as a player and just become a better player.
Hey, Landon, talk a little bit about the San Diego Loyal, because that's you're a VP over there and co-founder. And people are raving about the Loyal and what you guys are going to do here in San Diego.
So we have a second division team here in San Diego. So Major League Soccer is the top level in our country. And then under that is USL, which is United Soccer Leagues. So we are a team in the USL that started last year. Not exactly the easiest year, 2020, during COVID, to start a professional soccer club. But it's been really, really enjoyable. And so far, I think we've had a really positive impact on the community in bringing, for the first time, professional soccer to San Diego.
That is so cool. And I always love it when, I mean, I think you won the MVP award of MLS like 7 times. And when they changed the name of the award from the Honda Award to the Landon Donovan MVP Award, that's a pretty cool honor, having the MVP award named after yourself.
Yes, it is. You know, I haven't always been a fan of the spotlight like that, so it was actually a little uncomfortable to have that done. But it's also gives me the opportunity to be really proud of what I helped achieve. But there are a lot of people who deserve credit for the growth of soccer in this country, and I'm glad I could be a part of it.
And how important is it for you? Because obviously you've grown this sport from the ground up. For an athlete like Dominic, who's missing part of his arm, but is still able to go and achieve in the sport of soccer, because soccer doesn't care. You just have to get the ball in the goal. It doesn't care what your limitations are.
Now, one of the things maybe the thing I love most about soccer. So I grew up in Ontario, California, and then moved to Redlands near Dominic. I grew up in a 900 square foot home, grew up around a wide variety of people, all kinds of diversities. But a lot of the people I played with were wealthy white families who had kids, and they weren't exposed to what I was exposed to. What soccer does is it allows you to play with people from all over the world. I got to travel all over the world and be exposed to what real poverty is. I thought we grew up poor, but you see what real poverty is when you go to other countries. And it helps you develop compassion because you see how other people live and that we have it really good here in America. Our life is really good. And so soccer has provided that. And that's probably what I love most about this sport.
Any special words for our guy Dominic as he pursues his career here?
It sounds like you're doing great, Dominic. I think just in this brief conversation, you're a very respectful and humble young man, and I really like that. I think there's a reason why they chose you for this grant. You're fully deserving. So I just want to wish you the very, very best as you move forward. As you know, very small percentage of high school players make it to college to play soccer, and a very small percentage of college players make it to be a pro. But 100% of people can become better human beings through this sport. And so let's hope that that's what it provides you too.
Love it.
Thank you.
And Dominic, if you haven't seen it yet, your certificate from Challenge Athletes Foundation, and basically a $1,500 grant for training expenses. Excited to offer this grant opportunity to you. We hope to empower your dreams as you continue to pursue your passion for the world's greatest sport, which is soccer, and it's presented in partnership with our longtime supporter, Landon Donovan. Landon, thank you so much for all you do for CAF, for all you do for growing the great sport of soccer. And Dominic, thank you for taking time to join us, and maybe you come down and see a Loyal game sometime.
Hopefully we'll see.
That would be awesome. Bob, thank you very much. Dominic, I wish you the very best, man. Keep chasing your dreams.
CAF's Heroes of Sport, Landon Donovan, Dominic Ozeta. Thank you both for taking time. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.